Well, a long pause, and we are finally live here from Austin, Texas at the Circuit of the Americas. A little bit of an issue there with the Ginger Horizon, but luckily I think we'll be able to get him in here since his AI is already in the game. But anyways, let's get this thing going here. I'm Daniel Stevens alongside Jonathan Webster up here in the booth for Season 4, Round 18 of the Breakout Racing League Top Split here from the United States Grand Prix at Circuit of the Americas, as once again in Austin, Texas. John, this is a track where there's a lot of passing opportunities, and we tend to see a really good Grand Prix, especially 2 seasons ago. There's a big shuffle in the field with Ard and Ham Newton pushing very hard. So I'm happy to see this track back on the schedule and on my screen here tonight. And yeah, once again, this is round 18 of Breakout Racing League Tier 1 alongside John Webster. And John, what do you think our viewers should expect out of this race tonight?
Well, Danny, it's great to be back after a break week last week in BRL.
Of course.
I love this circuit. I have actually attended one of these Grand Prix in real life. I attended last year's 2019 United States Grand Prix, and it was just such a great race to see Lewis Hamilton win his 6th title. But in the video game, it is a very, very good overtaking track. It's always, it always shows some great racing out here. These drivers are some of the best in the world, and I'm excited for tonight, Danny.
Well, as per usual, we see those McLarens out there pretty early. This time it's Boss Cookie. Sparky's still in the pits, but all season long we see these guys come out relatively early in the session. And John, if I'm not mistaken, I do believe Ginger Horizon is a new entry. Maybe he was here before, but I don't believe so. Warden was the one in that Ferrari all season long, but now we have Ginger Horizon 12. So if this is his debut, I guess I'll give him the credit right there. As for Warden, though, looks like he did leave the league, and he has rejoined as a replacement on Williams. So he is now on the Williams alongside ERS Ham Newton. That should be a dynamic duo. And John, what were you just trying to tell me there?
This is not Ginger Horizon's first race. He had raced the last week.
This is not, okay.
Or the race before the break week, Danny.
Are you sure? Was he in Japan?
Yes, he was. He was in the midfield, Danny.
All right. Well, guess I never noticed him. Could have sworn I never did, but yeah.
Wow, what a great commentator we have tonight here.
Oh, of course. But anyways, looks like
drivers.
Hoopalicious is the first one to start the lap right here. Boss Cookie also on a lap, actually, so not just him. Warden and NzL Ryan as well. And while they are getting those first laps under their belts right here, it is important to mention the current championship standings. NzL Ryan is in first place, and it's going to be hard to beat him from here. Second place, VSR Dralix is 89 points behind him. So, John, I think we're going to need a DNF out of Ryan here shortly if anyone else is going to be able to take him down. But once again, second place, Dralix. Third place, Jared. He's 92 points back. And off of that, it kind of gets impossible. B-Dunk is in fourth, 160 points back. So it's really just got to be either Dralix or Jared, but they need some luck to go their way.
Yeah, of course. NzL Ryan has put in a fantastic season. Danny, we've seen some masterclass races from him just where he's just driven away from the field. I mean, but I don't think anyone can catch him from here, to be honest, unless he has a string of horrible races. But we know how consistent of a driver he is. He never really ends up in any tangles or scuffles with any other driver. But it should be interesting to see who finishes in second place in the standings. You know, like you said, DRC Jared. And
if you ain't first, you're last. But here out of the final quarter comes Hoopalicious to cross the line. 131.3 right there. It's only 1/10 off of Boss Cookie. And Warden there slips into third, 131.3 as well. And there's Ryan, 131.299. Very barely off of Boss Cookie right there. And John, I got to give Boss Cookie credit. He has been pretty solid in qualifying in the latter half of the season here.
Yeah, big asterisks over qualifying, Danny.
Yes. Anyways, his teammate Sparky is on his lap right now, and it does appear that we will be seeing some slipstream games here in qualifying as B-Dunk goes up top, 130.9. That is excellent. Wow, that's actually very good here for only 5 minutes into the session. But Sparky is in the slipstream of his teammate right here for Boss Cookie, and it looks like these games will be played here tonight Big long straightaway leading you down into turn 11, I believe that is. So definitely an area where drivers can manipulate the air, get themselves a better run by having a teammate give them a tow down that straightaway. And we've seen it from the McLarens here. John, have you seen it from anyone else just yet?
No, I have not. I'm actually riding on board B-Dunk right now on his cooldown lap. I'm just amazed at what kind of lap he just put in, you know. It's real exciting.
Yeah, well, let's see what Sparky could do. Here he is coming out of the penultimate, turn 19. Drylick's up to second, by the way, 131.0. Excellent lap for him. Around the final quarter comes Sparky, and no, it is slowest of the runners so far. A little disappointing for Sparky. Even goes slower than Mex Stalo, but I should... and look at Ginger Horizon up to second, 131.0. Excellent lap for him. But Mex Stalo has gotten better, I believe, recently as well. That may have just been... It's boosted a little bit by the weather we've had the last couple weekends, where he really is above the competition on most places in the wet. But in general, I do believe Max has gotten better as the season's gone on, but to see Sparky behind him is uncharacteristic.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Sparky, he was getting real good. I mean, one of the best races of the season was Hungary for him. It was really unfortunate. What happened, he got disconnected from the session and ended up with a poor result, but yeah, twice actually. That was real bad for him, but yeah, no, very good driver. We've seen him improve throughout the year. And Danny, to touch upon something from earlier, the Haas's are using the the slipstream down the back straightaway. So the two Haas's are using that as Mean Fern is coming around the final quarter. Oh,
sorry, I was looking at DRS Ham Newton. Ham Newton was completely sideways coming out of 19. Here he is out of the final. What's it going to be? And yes, only 9th place. Big slide, four-wheel drift, but he holds on to it, but did pay the price in lap time. And John, we're seeing our runners all on the softs so far. What do you think the strategy will be tonight? Are they really going to start on those softs, or is the potential that they're only pushing right now because there might be rain in the race?
I am actually not sure, Danny. I mean, I think the strategy around here is definitely mediums to hards. I mean, that's what I've always done and always believed in around here. This track is very abrasive and not very good for tire wear, if I can remember. But maybe, since all these drivers are on the soft compound tire as of now, maybe the rain is forecasted for the race. But we have no clue.
Well, that would be something. Jared is now on his lap time, the only driver on a lap at the moment, as Ham Newton and Mean Fern are on their cooldowns right here. Jared's been a bit of a funny character recently, claiming that he doesn't prepare for these races. Yeah, he always seems to run well, so I don't know how much of that I truly believe, John. But it looks like he's on a solid first sector right here.
Yeah, he really does. That Renault is gliding through those corners, Danny, with such smoothness and fluidity.
Oh, well, it runs a bit wide right there, but expect the drivers to run wide there all night long. That is a corner where it is very hard to keep it within those bounds of the white lines on the right side. As well, it is a corner where they don't really give you a warning for corner cutting. So drivers will be using that here tonight, but aside from that, it is very tough to stay on the track.
Yeah, for sure, and especially in that corner, we've seen some past memories, especially a 2019 race. Oh, what a shame. And Danny knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Of course. Well, here comes Jared through sector 3 right here. These Mickey Mouse corners, really tight, odd rotational corners. But here he is now coming through the high-speed Raikkonen and Verstappen corner, if you want to call it that. Here he is approaching turn 19. Keeps it tight on the right side there. That was a bit odd. You see drivers tend to wash out there, but he holds it tight. Coming through the final corner now. What's this going to be for DRC Jared? Across the line, and he moves up to 4th place, beating out his teammate Ryan early in the session. How about that?
How about that, Danny? What a lap from him. Pretty solid. I mean, I'm just amazed right now. At a 30.9 for B-Dunk, he must have sweated and tried so hard at practice this week, and I applaud that.
What are the chances Hoop gave him a tow? Because that is a very good lap time.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I didn't see his lap, so I'd like to think yes, because that is a smashing lap.
Yeah, well, Alan Hugo's on his lap right now, coming out of turn number 1. He's on the mediums, the first driver we've seen all night to be using those. Master Berserk also crossing the line to get his lap started. Watch him brake hard up the hill into turn number 1. That is going to be an overtaking opportunity here tonight due to the incline. It is very easy to go late on the brakes and get the car woed up just in time to make a dive bomb. So, John, I think our viewers should look out for that corner for a bit of controversy even.
Yeah, definitely. I'm actually on board right now with Alan Hugo. He is the only driver out there on the medium compound tires trying to put a lap in here in his Mercedes as he goes down the back straightaway. DRS activated in that Mercedes. Danny, back over to you.
Yeah, I was just looking at him as well. I do not expect this to be a very fast lap time as he even runs wide. It looks like he's backing out of it right here. Yellow flag is out. Probably just someone getting out of the way of another driver, as it usually is. But here comes Hugo. Yeah, it looks like he is out of it.
Warden, wow,
what happened?
A save. What a save. Warden just got all loose. But he saved it somehow in his, he saved it somehow in his Rocket Williams. That won't be Rocket after this year, which is a shame. Maybe Rich Energy might hop on that car, but if we ride on board a Warden. At least
Well, I'm bringing it back to Berserk here because he is coming through turn 18. What's it going to be for him when he crosses the line? He does seem to be, it looks like he's maybe going a bit slow here. And yes, looks like he has validated his lap time. He'll be coming to the pit lane. Not great for him. And yes, Hugo goes slowest as expected. As for the rest of the field, yes, Warden is on his lap time. And
Danny VSR Dralix.
Look like he slowed down.
Danny VSR Dralix is going over the line as of now, and he goes up to the top by
2 thousandths of a second. John, have you ever?
I have never, Danny.
Oh, there's a crash. Ginger Horizon goes off the track. And the triple left right there. That was a bit odd. Looked like he maybe broke on the what is he? He was on the red paint, I believe. Not much grip out there. And he locked him up, sent it into the wall on the right side.
Ryan
that is wing damage. And Ryan goes up to the top during that excitement. So how about that?
There are some quick lap times out here. And actually, oh, my bad. Hooplicious is not on a lap. He hasn't validated his lap. So we are not going to stick on him. But that Mextalo is on a lap. He's coming through Sector 3 right now. Those Mickey Mouse corners, as you like to call them.
Was it Mextalo you said? Because yes, here he comes.
Yes, it is Mextalo. And Danny, I've actually gotten my picture next to that tower.
Have you now?
Fun fact.
All right, well, you got to bring me next time. Anyway, across the line comes Stalo, and he does not improve. It does not look like. Still in 9th place right there. Ham Newton, I believe he is on his lap right here. 11th place so far, 131.5. But once again, he had a massive slide coming out of 19 a minute ago. For you Ham Newton fans, don't be worried just yet. That is not a respective lap time for him. As for Berserk, he's got to get things started here. And I do believe Taylor Clan is on a lap right now. Yes, he is. And Taylor Clan is purple in the middle sector. How about that, John?
I mean, Ferrari power, that's 2019, that's illegal. But as he comes around here in the third sector.
Equal cars. Here he is coming through the third sector. You said,
power.
Oh no, looks like he lost the back end a little bit there on a 19, or yes. Here he is across the finish line right here. What's it going to be? Only 13th. I could have sworn it said purple middle sector for Taylor Clan.
That Ferrari power.
Maybe I switched from someone else. I was on Ham Newton. Speaking of Ham Newton, he goes up to 7th.
Excuse me, 7th. Yeah, Danny. I was watching him. Got a little
the graphics telling
me
he had purple sector 3.
Interesting.
That can't be right.
Danny, another fun fact: if you want to go watch the race from that tower, it is $50.
That's not bad.
It is really not bad, I'm telling you. I sat turn 1; it was a fantastic view. You got to see the whole circuit.
A little bit more exciting in turn 1.
Yeah, it really was. But all the drivers seem to be in the pits besides Taylor Chan.
Yeah. Taylor Chan. Thank you, Ben, for kindly botching that name so we can start doing that from now on. Anyways, yes, Taylor is coming back to the pits right here, and this is that time where everyone's just waiting for those last 2 minutes, 30 seconds to head out and put on that last flying lap John, a bit early to make the call here because everyone is so close up at the top. I think closer than we've seen in a while here. Let's make some predictions here. Who's going to go on pole tonight?
Danny, my money's on B-Dunk. I mean, I saw that first lap, and he was quick. I know NzL Ryan did beat that by almost a tenth, or a little over a tenth, excuse me. But I think B-Dunk is Alfa Romeo.
He did set it later.
Yes, he did. So I think B-Dunk is Alfa Romeo. If he can get that lap hooked up, I think he's in for pole tonight.
The Alfa Mayo, hell yeah.
Alfa Mayo.
The Alfa Mayo side. But anyways, yes, looks like everyone is in the pit lane for sure right now. Actually, no, looks like Hoopalicious as well as Boss Cookie are heading out first. I swear Hoopalicious just invalidated his outlap right there. Yeah, he did.
What a guy.
That's not great. Let's hope he doesn't do that on his actual lap. But anyways, looks like he's going to be the first here to set a time unless Boss Cookie is ahead of him. And yes, he is. Boss Cookie actually coming through the third sector right now. So, I mean, you never know. Boss Cookie could throw it up on the front row right here. He's been really solid on that one lap pace.
Yeah. Qualifying asterisk.
Oh, yellow flag, sector 3. It looks like that is just Boss Cookie slowing down right there. A bit odd how those yellows do come sometimes. But anyways, here he is approaching the final corner. It's Boss Cookie, I think, just looking ahead to make sure he doesn't get held up by drivers exiting the pits, as there are many of them. You can even see it in the camera up ahead. But anyways, he is starting his lap right here. Looks like a very good run out of the final corner for Boss Cookie. He's the only one on a lap right now, so let's take a look at him. Here he is coming out of turn number 1. Very difficult to get the power down out of that corner due to the fact that the track falls away. Here he is now coming through the S's section, very similar to Meggett's, Beckett's, and Chapel at Silverstone, but a good lit different. Negotiated a bit conservatively, but actually looks like he's purple. Oh, man, he invalidated, yeah.
Oh, what a shame.
It was purple. It was purple, but then he did cut the corner. That is an invalidation for Boss Cookie, but fortunate for him, he does have a minute 15 seconds. He can slow the car down and charge up that battery. I do think he can make another run at it here.
Yeah, definitely.
Though, still on his lap.
Ooh, this looks like a quick lap, Danny. He goes purple, sector
it's purple.
1. Yes, it is. I saw him.
He is
really
half
get
a
through
second
there.
off of Ryan as it stands. So to see him go purple is a bit of a shock, actually.
I have a funny story about Hoopalicious a little bit later in the broadcast, but no, I mean, he's a very quick driver. And actually, B-Dunk, oh wait, excuse me, did someone take that purple sector 1 away? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Possibly.
Because it does not show.
We're looking at Hoop right here. He is coming down the giant back straightaway, hard on the brakes into turn 11. Looks like this is solid so far for him. Sector split, yes. Purple, sector 2. Actually, looks like that has been removed immediately. So maybe someone just nabbed it from him. But either way, he is on a solid lap, is Hoopalicious. We'll take a look at the other competitors here in a minute when he crosses the line. And John, what are you trying to update us on?
I was trying to update you that I actually think nobody else is in the second sector when Hoopalicious was going, so I think it's just a game.
Yeah, I know,
little
but it looked like he nabbed it away, so I think...
Hoopalicious just went a little IndyCar.
Oh,
Whoa.
a bit wide. He's going to have to keep it off the track or it would have gotten validated. And 6th place only for him, but look at that, only 2/10 off. But only 2/10 off is putting him all the way down at 6th place. That is just how tight the competition is here tonight. But let's take a look at the rest of them. Boss Cookie did get another lap started. Ginger Horizon in front of him is hard on the brakes. And no, he has invalidated his lap, has Ginger Horizon. So that is qualifying over for him. B-Dunk coming through sector 3. Looks like another solid lap for him. Dralix approaching that corner as well. Yes, they're going through the same corner, those two are. Ryan approaching it as well. We're about to see all the big names popping up at the top of the screen. Around the final corner comes B-Dunk, hams out of the session. Up to second. Oh, just barely misses out on pole position there. Dralix to the top. Wow, 130.672. Can NzL Ryan answer? Out of turn 19, he comes into the final corner. Out of the what's it going to be? Losing the back end across the line, and no, he still goes fastest by 400 of a second.
Up to the line. What could Jared do? He goes third in his Renault. Wow.
Oh man, so a double podium starting spot there
but
for the Renault as
Cookie
it stands. Boss Cookie is coming. Yep. Here he is out of 19, and no, looks like he has gotten off the throttle and warded up to 4th. Where did he come from?
He's like Kevin Harvick. Where did he come from? That is a NASCAR reference.
Bit of an exciting ending right there. I think we have 3 different pole sitters in the final minute.
Wow. what a qualifying session, Danny. I mean, look at these times. You know, excuse me for a minute. Between first and eighth, there's 4/10 in there. 4/10.
Yeah, and I mean,
That's
you could even go down to 11th and say that there's only a half a second between first and 11th. So that is definitely the closest I think we've seen it all season long.
That just means that we are in for a good race, no matter the weather conditions.
I mean, I hope, because 2 weweeks ago we were not in for the greatest of races.
We were in for a long race, though.
USA,
That was
that was pretty long. Hopefully USA can treat us with some excitement here tonight. But anyways, that has been your qualifying session from CoTA. NzL Ryan is your pole sitter. Second place, VSR Dralix in his Mercedes. And third place, rounding up that top three, is DRC Jared. And the Renault accompanying NzL Ryan there in that top spot. So, John, look at Warden, though. He was so close to having that from Jared right there.
He really was. Warden's a very quick driver. He finishes in fourth in this qualifying session, followed by beat-up Ginger Horizon.
Hold on. John. Warden isn't starting last.
No, he is not, for like one of the first times ever. So he might. Wow! I can't believe that. I really can't believe that.
We are loading into the race session right now. This will be the time of the drivers are able to edit their strategies, load up that fuel, whatever they want to tweak at the last second that they are allowed to do. But it is now our time to pick our ones to watch and our ones to win the race. It's about that time. So, John, who do you think our viewers tonight should pay attention to, and who do you think is going to end the night up on top of that podium?
Well, someone to pay attention to, I think, is going to be Master Berserk. He really didn't have the great qualifying session. He was the only person to not set a lap time. Had some struggles, but he's starting dead last, and we have seen his racecraft be a lot better than his qualifying pace. So let's see what he can do in that pink Racing Point. And my pick to win the race, I'm going to have to go with VSR Dralix. He really needs a good result. I mean, he's been a solid driver all year. He needs to catch up to Ryan in the championship, even though it's a hefty gap. But VSR Dralix, if he pulls off a race win here tonight, that might boost his confidence in the coming races. So I think VSR Dralix will win this race. How about you, Danny?
Yeah, as for me, there's two drivers that I want to look at here. Alan Hugo's the obvious one, but I'm actually not going to pick him here tonight because I think we're so used to seeing him drive his way through the field as of late. Wouldn't be too much of a surprise to watch him. I want to take a look at Max Stalo and EGC Sparky there, starting at 10th and 11th. Those two drivers have gotten better as the season's progressed. Starting out of the points, actually, is Sparky. Max Stalo in that final points-paying spot. This will be interesting to see if they could get around some of these top competitors in front of them, Ham Newton as well as Hoopalicious, other drivers of the like in front of them as well. So let's see what they can do, see if they can take it up that next step and get around some of those guys here tonight. As for my one to win the race, this is a track where it is very hard to run away. I don't think Ryan's going to have it easy. And honestly, I think Warden might get it done. I mean, he hasn't won since Baku, but he's shown pace here tonight in qualifying. Barely not on pole. Only 1/10, I believe, 1.5 tenths. So let's see what Warden can do. He's good at these tracks where you have to negotiate a lot of slipstream and a lot of high speeds. So let's see what he can do here. He did it in Baku. He can maybe do it again here tonight. This is a track where you do see a lot of trains with the DRS and the slipstream, so I think that might play to his advantage because John, he was pretty solid at Hockenheim as well, so let's see what he can do here tonight.
Yes, he was. Warden, very quick driver. He's in that Williams this week. Hopefully he can get a good result for that team.
Yeah, and John, it is now that time of the drivers starting to line up on the grid, so if you have any last words of wisdom that you'd like to share with our viewers here tonight, what are they?
I'm going to have to say I like the strategy play from Alan Hugo and Master Berserker. Or Master Berserk, excuse me. I love to say Master Berserker. It just rolls off the tongue a little bit better. But they are starting on the medium tire. They are the only two drivers in the field starting on them. They're in 12th and 15th. Let's watch them make their way through the field. And, yeah, the strategy might play a massive role in this race. Danny, call it away.
All right, Master Berserk is in his grid spot. We're ready to get things going as the lights are coming on ahead of the drivers. We now have 5 red lights. A long hole, and it is finally time to bring the action to Circuit of the Americas. Looks like Ginger Horizon goes into anti-stall. He loses 4 spots before they even get to turn 1. An excellent start for NzL Ryan as he is far clear of the field as they exit that corner. Looks like his teammate has gotten around Dralix as well as Warden as they move up to the 2nd and 3rd. Shuffling behind them. Gotta sort that out here. Only a one-line series of corners coming through the S's. And yes, they do single file it out. John, very clean start, I believe, for the field aside from Ginger Horizon. Here they are coming through the end of Sector 1, and it is still single file. Expect some moves coming up to this long straightaway.
Yeah, that was very key for Warden to get by VSR Dralix. Dralix had a very tentative start. We have a Williams of ERS.
Yeah, oh, Ham Newton looking on Sparky. No, Boss Cookie, my mistakes. Yes, he does take that look. Looks like Boss Cookie gets the better rotation, and yes, Sparky has a run at him as well. Oh, a lot of shuffling down the straightaway.
Boss Cookie is weaving.
Ham McLaren all the way to the left.
Around
that is
the outside of
holding
Boss
off Ham. Oh, they both lock up. That could have been disastrous, and actually it is a little bit for Ham. He gets pushed way wide by Boss Cookie.
And here goes Sparky around the outside.
Look at Sparky trying to go around the outside. Doesn't pull it off, but it switches to the inside.
Oh
no, looks like there's contact, and he saves it. Bit of a slide, he saved it. That was some big contact between he and Ham Newton. Well done to hold on to it by Sparky behind them.
Too wide around the right-hander there. They're still too wide.
Didn't even see it. Oh, he shuffles it out.
His way through it. Hooplicious.
Look at Hooplicious.
Look at Hooplicious. Oh my God. Wow.
Oh man, and Ginger Horizon trying to pick up some of the pieces that he lost. Looking to the inside of Hoopalicious now. Yes, he is firmly alongside in turn 1.
Here
does appear to just turn down on him, and yes, there is contact. That was on Hoop, if you ask me. It looked like he just really turned down on him. But nothing really ended badly right there. Thankfully, neither of them went around, so they could both go on with their race. Speaking of messing up, Ham Newton is all over the place coming through the first sector. He's going to be under fire from Ginger Horizon here very shortly.
I think his tires, I think he used up most of them.
Oh, look at that. He's just going to go right past him.
What a switchback!
Ham Newton totally blew up the last 2 corners of the S section. Ginger Horizon masterfully turns under him and gets around that Williams. So good move to get himself up to 8th, but he still has some work to do if he wants to move back up to where he started. As for Sparky, a good start. He's gone from 11th to 7th. As for Mextalo, he actually lost a spot. So let's see if he can try and get one back here.
Wow, Danny. That was such an invigorating move. I love switchback here at the Circuit of the Americas.
Of course. Well, NzL Ryan 6/10 ahead of his teammate right here. That is not enough to clear the DRS, which will be activated this time around when they hit the line. Lap 3, that is when that becomes available to the drivers. Warden is very close behind Jared, so if Jared could just keep it within that 1 second ratio behind Ryan, I do believe Warden and all these guys behind him have a chance of keeping in tow with the leader.
Danny, I am scrolling down the field. It feels like I am on a Fox Crank It Up, but this is fantastic racing so far after.
Oh no! Taylor Clan goes around.
Oh, Taylor Clan down in 15th is around in his Ferrari. Does he have damage?
Ooh, very close to the wall. Almost
wing
right there, getting it turned around, but he holds on to it right there. But man, not great for Taylor Clan. He's been having a respectable season, and just not good to see him spin around. Anyways, back up to the front. It is still a Renault 1-2. 7/10 is still the gap between Ryan and Jared. Expect that to come down because DRS will be available right here on the straightaway approaching turn 11, John.
Yeah, I mean, DRS will be activated this lap. It's the 3rd lap, and wow, Warden looks quite close to DRC Jared. A massive train is forming. Some weaving will be happening tonight, I feel like, but
oh yeah, it already is.
Oh, and Hooplicious is trying to make a move on ERS. Ham Newton goes up the inside with DRS. Will he make the move done down into this left-hander?
Ham Newton's hard on the brakes, though. Looks like he's going to do around the outside. He gets the better exit. Yes, he does. It switches to the inside as they enter Sector 3.
Oh,
and yes, it looks like he will take the position back, but Hoop comes back on the inside. Switchbacks galore on lap 3. Here comes Hoopalicious back to the inside of Ham Newton. Switches to the outside for turns 17 and 18, so he's going to have to back out of that one and hoping he can get it done next time around.
That is some great defensive driving by ERS Ham Newton, I do have to say. It is very hard to cover the switchback here at this track, especially in those corners. But
oh, looks
NzL
like
Ryan,
we got a McLaren. It is Sparky weaving all the way down to the inside, protecting the slipstream from Ginger Horizon behind him. But at the front, looks like Jared actually has not gained that much time on Ryan, even though he had DRS. And yes, Superlicious, yeah, you said it. He got around him.
Yeah, it finally got around him, going up into one, kind of made a dive bomb, and Warden with a 3-second time penalty up in third. And Ham Newton looks like he's struggling on the soft compound tires, Danny. That first lap was brutal.
I think he's overheated that big time because he was pushing really hard, holding on to some of those spots on the first couple laps. And he is just struggling for grip. It was clear when I believe it was Ginger Horizon who switched back to him on like he was nothing through the S's section 2 laps ago.
Yeah, of course, and there's a massive battle brewing between Dralix and Warden. Dralix, here he comes.
Yeah, well, as you say that, actually, Alan Hugo is taking a look on Mean Fern right here for 12th place. Yes, he is getting a look on him side by side as they approach turn 11. Alan Hugo is set on the inside, sort of on those mediums, interestingly enough, so expect him to go longer than a lot of these drivers right now. Mean Fern gets the better corner there, though, as Alan Hugo tries to switch back it, like we've seen a lot of drivers already do tonight, but he will not get around him. And yes, you said Dralix and Warden were really going at it right there. Dralix had a nightmarish start, losing 2 spots. Good for him to get back up into 3rd place because, John, I don't know, he's looking pretty quick right now. Yeah, that was very key for Dralix to get by Warden at the time he did, so now he can go and attack DRC Jared. How does he not have DRS, by the way? I am not sure. Maybe that is a Mercedes technical glitch. You know, get James Allison. He might. No, sometimes you have a broken DRS wing. He might have that right now. Let's hope he doesn't, because he could definitely be leading this thing if he got the opportunity. Berserk with a 3-second time penalty. Oh, this is actually not good for Dralix right here. Jared is out of the 1-second window now on Ryan, which means there is no DRS, meaning there's nothing keeping them in tow with Ryan. So Ryan could really run away with this if Jared holds up Dralix too much. Yeah, for sure. I hope they don't get it out of touch with NzL Ryan, because NzL Ryan can just drive away from the field, and we have seen that on multiple occasions. But Dralix is going to open DRS here against DRC Jared, and he's gaining massively. I think this should be easy. This should be easy. Yeah, he's going to go to the outside, side by side for second into turn 11. Hard on the brakes was Jared. He actually outbroke Dralix, even though Dralix had the position. Not as easy as we anticipated, as Bidunk and Warden are going at it right here. Yes, he gets around Warden. Warden's coming back, though, but Bidunk with what a block right there. Maybe a little dirty on Bidunk. I don't think it was. That was kind of fair if you ask me. Warden might not think it was, though. I don't think Jared's move was quite fair. He kind of just gave him no room. Yeah, I saw that up ahead. That was a bit, it looks like maybe some team orders here, holding him up for his teammate. But behind them, oh, look at, yes, it is Warden coming in the pits. That was actually a bit odd. I didn't expect him to pit that early. Behind them looked like Ginger Horizon, as well as someone else was going at it. But it looks like whoever he was battling with has pitted. And actually, maybe this is the lap where drivers are starting to pit. Can you go to the end on hards from here? It's definitely going to be interesting. I have done it before myself. I have gone 26 the guys laps who pitted put on the mediums. Mediums. So it looks like a two-stop race for some of those. Yeah, definitely. That might be quicker around here. I don't think we've seen a two-stop all season. I don't think we have, to be perfectly honest. We really have. Are we getting variation? Maybe. Maybe, Danny. But that's kind of, I mean, we should race the USA more often, you know. Definitely. Oh man, look at Jared losing the back end. Sorry to interrupt you, Jared losing the back end big time. Dralix is going to get another dose of DRS here. I think this might be a little bit closer than it was a lap ago. Yes, it is. Dralix sweeps out to the right side as he did a lap ago, side by side for second again. But Jared harder on the brakes, as he was. Dralix with that nice switchback. Yes, Dralix gets the better rotation from the outside. It switches to the outside again due to the fact he went to the left. Turns to the inside now, and man, a bit of contact. He goes hard on the brakes. Does Dralix? Oh, Jared turns in. Right front contact for Dralix. He has to hold on to it. A little bit of a slide, but solid driving to not lose it. But I'd be getting a little fed up with Jared if I was him. Yeah, Surreal Beat Bowl is definitely playing a massive... Oh, Jared's taking the IndyCar line now, and yes, Dralix does pit. This is kind of a no-brainer to pit. He's getting held out really badly, as Ryan is in as well. I think this is really going to play to the disadvantage of Jared. He's going to be doing Danny, someone to watch here is Warden, because Warden pitted
a lap earlier.
That is true.
Earlier, so let's see what this undercut can do. Warden coming around the final corner
nice
of
helicopter
now,
shot of him coming out of the final corner. Here he is. Looks like he will get around B-Dunk right here.
Will he beat him out?
This is going to be close.
New Zealand Ryan. It's going to be very close. He's going to get a better run through here, and New Zealand Ryan looks to. No, yeah, you're right, Danny. New Zealand Ryan is your net leader still. Warden jumps 2 spots though, so good for him.
Well, no, and actually, more importantly, he is in the DRS range here of Ryan. So if he can hold in tow right here, he's going to be able to keep up for the rest of this stint as Ham picks up another 3-second time penalty, picking up where he left off in Japan, where I believe he had 28 seconds for
Danny, the
penalties.
massive loser in this whole pit stop shuffle, or most of it as of now, has to be B-Dunk.
Really?
He now finds himself behind the 2 McLarens and his teammate Hooplicious.
And also, actually, Alan Hugo's one-stopping, by the way. He started on those mediums. He's going to be putting on the hards around halfway here. He's not over with this race as well, and I do believe, yes, he is ahead of New Zealand Ryan by a considerable amount. So Alan Hugo might win this thing, actually.
Alan Hugo could shock the world here. I mean, that one-stop is very deadly. I've completed a one-stop here and love the strategy. I just don't understand. Maybe the 2-stop is faster here, but I was expecting everybody to do
now that I look at it, Master Berserk is also doing that one-stop. He's on the mediums as well, so keep an eye on Alan Hugo and Master Berserk. He was one of your ones to watch. I think it is official that we can switch another one to, what's his name, Alan Hugo right there, because, I mean, I didn't anticipate this being a 2-stop race. I expected these guys to try and stretch those softs out a good bit, put on the hards, but nah, looks like they are going to be 2-stopping here. So this will be fun to follow as the race goes on. A little bit of 2018 strategy actually playing out right here.
Yeah, definitely. I love that 2018 race. I actually watched it the other day. So, you know, I mean, Kimmy won a legend. Yeah, you have to, But, yeah, as we ride along here on the 8th lap, Ginger Horizon in his Ferrari has not pit yet. He is on the soft compound tires, so he is 3 seconds, almost 4 seconds out in front of Alan Hugo, who's trying to do a one-stop, Danny. As well as Mex Stalo, who's in 3rd. He is not trying to do a one-stop, but he has not pitted yet. And in 4th finds Master Berserker, who has not pit yet and is going to do that one-stop. Everyone else is on that 2-stop. I don't know. Have we lost Danny? I'm not sure. But, yeah. Ginger Horizon is... Oh, and Alan Hugo picks up a 3-second time penalty there in his Mercedes. That's gonna not benefit him towards the end of the race here as everything cycles.
Looks like we lost John there. Anyways, yes, Master Berserk making a move here on Next Stalo. John is back. Yes, you called us.
My microphone was having some difficulties, but Next Stalo has lost a position on Master Berserk. Master Berserk on those mediums is flying out here, and I think Next Stalo and Ginger Horizon both, who haven't stopped on those soft compound tires, are trying to do the one-stop because they should have probably pit already by now. But as we look through the field, or at least I look through the field.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, all right. New Zealand Ryan.
Yeah, a bit of what is it? Some familial annoyance, if you want to put it that way. But anyways, I've actually been informed, John, that it is apparently possible to go the distance on the mediums.
I have also been informed that it is possible, which is quite surprising because
I don't see it though.
I don't either. I just got some intel between lap 4 and lap 7 is the prime time to pit off the soft compound tires and throw on those mediums.
Oh, Master Berserk, big slide. Sorry to cut you off. He just lost it big time coming through Sector 3 right there. Maybe his medium's falling off a little bit. It's a bit of a shock, actually. Those tires tend to be pretty durable here.
And Hooplicious is trying to make a move on ETC Sparky. They almost touch. They almost touch, but Hooplicious backed out of the final moment. But
and because he had to back out of it, looks like he is under fire from his teammate B-Dunk as Horizon as well as Mex Stalo are in the pits right here. So those softs have gotten all that they can out of him. They are putting on mediums, so I'd expect them to be able to make it to the end from here. As for the rest of these guys, I still think it's too many laps. But anyways, looking at Hoopalicious once again. Here he's making a run here at Sparky up into turn 1. Lunges. Oh, jeez. Horizon was on the inside coming out of the pits. I do believe there was contact. Reno thinking it 3 wide around the outside coming through turn 2. Looks like he's going to have the position here on Sparky ahead. They're side by side through the S's, and Sparky edges ahead. That was insanity right there.
It really was. Ginger Horizon coming out of the pits.
Oh no, and yellow flag sector 3. What's this all about?
Yellow flag sector 3. It has to be Taylor Clan. Yes, it is. It is Taylor Clan. He does not have a front. He is. Why is he going so slow? Well, besides the point, but that 3-wide battle was crazy. Now there's a massive train between
It's not over. It's not over.
look
Sparky,
at them
fishtailing all over the place. Leaving down the straightaway. Here comes B-Dunk on Sparky. DRS open. He's going to fly right past him. And behind him comes Ginger Horizon. Sparky actually goes relatively deep on the brakes. I believe there was actually a little bit of contact there as now he shuts out Ginger Horizon. That will be a penalty for Sparky. That was unacceptable.
That was really unacceptable. Tried to block him at the last moment, gave him no room.
Yeah,
if I'm
Ginger Horizon, I'm fuming right now because he's extended those softs as far as he could go. Really had the upper hand on strategy with those fresh mediums. He could have pushed all the way to the end without worry, I don't believe. And now he's going to have to pit and put on another set of tires, put on another front wing. And yeah, there's definitely going to be some reviewing there in the incident reports tonight.
Yeah, definitely. That was a horrible move from Sparky. I have not seen that kind of display of driving out of him all year. Besides the F2 race that me and him competed in at Russia. But that's besides the point. Danny, I think it's a great time for me to pull out my phone and list down these sponsors.
Oh, you betcha. It's a great time to pull out your phone. All right, let's go.
All right. Well, here at the Breakout Racing League, we do have some merchandise and some sponsors. First off, we do have BRL Breakout Racing League merch. Some great quality stuff. We got T-shirts, sweatshirts, mouse pads, gaming clothes. I don't know. You know, any typical teenager would want something with the Breakout Racing League on it. You know, some great cotton.
John, actually, real quick, while you were talking about that, Warden has just cleared Master Berserk, so he is free to push in third now.
Yes, I was watching that. But yeah, some great cotton or shirts. You know, nice and comfortable on the skin. You know, so go over there and check that merch out. Also, we are sponsored by GT Racing Gaming Chairs. Now, I don't have a GT Racing Gaming Chair. Do I want one? Yes. Will they mail me one for free? I don't think so. But I mean, for what, you know, for me looking on the website, I've looked on the website multiple times, you know, kind of read about their chairs, what they do. Very good company. Some high quality chairs, it looks like. So if you're listening, please send me one. I would really enjoy that. Also, we are sponsored by Rogue Energy, not Rich Energy, or not Red Bull, not Rowdy Energy either. It's Rogue Energy. Rogue Energy. It's a premium energy drink that gamers use when they are trying to push out some high quality gaming.
Mean Fern gets around Sparky, by the way, off screen right there. Sorry about that.
It's all good. And finally, we are sponsored by Game Grind Coffee. Game Grind Coffee, you really need to get jacked up or skewed a little bit, you know, while you're playing some video games. Game Grind Coffee will do that.
While
with
you're playing
caffeine.
Some golf with friends with Granny Oregano 16.
Some golf with friends, or let me think about some other terrible games here. But yeah, no, especially that Game Grind Coffee will really get you going when you need to get going, you know.
All right, we good?
Yes, those are the sponsors of the Breakout Racing League.
All right, excellent. We can get back to the action right here. Closest battle on track appears to be the battle between 8th, 9th, and 10th. We got B-Dunk, Hoopalicious, and Ham Newton all relatively close to each other right here. Ham a little closer to Hoop than Hoop is to B-Dunk. 5/10s coming through turn 17 and 18, approaching 19. So let's see a move out of Ham here soon. Looks like he actually locked up going into turn 11 last time around. Cost him a little bit of time, was close to making a move, but wasn't able to get it done. And what a loss in the back end there for Ham Newton as we actually have a yellow flag now in Sector 3. It's Sparky.
Oh, no, it
Yeah.
is. Yeah, I mean, it's karma. Karma. He gets what he deserves.
Yeah, that's probably karma. And you know, let's see where he comes out. I think he's going to come out very close to his buddy, Ginger Horizon.
Oh, no. Oh, and Sparky just retired.
Instead, he's rage quitting. So that's a great sportsmanship from EGC Sparky here tonight. Great to see.
We love to see that here.
Of course. Well, I mean, if you want to look at a bright side, I believe Ginger Horizon's probability of scoring points just got a little bit higher. So.
Well, hey, if you look on the bright side, you got someone like his teammate, Boss Cookie. He usually doesn't score every week because he decides to wreck out mid-race, but he finds himself up in the
Give him credit. He has not crashed yet.
Alex is going around Warden for third. What a move. Wow, I can't swear.
Yeah, how did we miss that? Yes, here he comes. Dralix up into third. Warden had that spot locked down. Looks like he wasn't able to get in that DRS range of Ryan, or at least hold on to it. Dralix is able to capitalize, and now it's finally his chance to go up there and try and catch Ryan. First time he's been behind him tonight.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Dralix needs to catch up to NzL Ryan if he wants a chance to win this race. But someone like Alan Hugo is still out there on those mediums, continuing to do that one stop, Danny. He's out in front by 4 seconds. If my calculations are correct, he'd probably come out somewhere in the bottom half of the top 10.
Oh, looks like Jared and Boss Cookie are going at it right here. Yes, they are. Look at Boss Cookie coming back on Jared. Jared's still poking to the right there. A little bit of contact coming through turn 2. There they are through the S's. And oh man, Boss Cookie did not give Jared any room whatsoever. Good defensive driving. And if you ask me, I don't think that was too egregious. Boss Cookie holds on to 6 for now. But yeah, Jared looked like he had the position going through turn 1, but Boss Cookie came charging back out his inside on a switchback. But I don't think this is going to last for too long because we have a massive DRS straight coming up in one corner.
Yes, for sure, Danny. DRC Jared is going to be attacking Boss Cookie.
Yeah, here it is. In that slipstream, DRS is open, goes to the left, side by side for 6. Jared will clear him before they even get to turn 11. Yes, he does. He to the outside on the racing line. And he takes over. Oh my God, Cookie. Oh, I don't know if I like that, but he's pushing. I'll give him credit for that. Boss Cookie doesn't want to be losing these points because he knows how many points are on the table. He tends to run well, but it never goes his way. Yeah, they are close. But behind them, look at Ham Newton all over the back end of Hoopalicious.
Yeah, I mean, wow. Boss Cookie's getting real scary close to DRC Jared, but Jared is now somewhat pulling away, but that DRS is so powerful here that Boss Cookie might be able to stay with him for a little bit longer. But Master Berserk is up the road. He's still continuing to do that one stop, has not pitted yet. He is sitting in 5th. But the battle that's heating up is between Dralix and Warden. They've been going back and forth all night. Dralix and Mercedes and Warden, 99 in that Williams.
Yeah, Jared has really fallen off. We saw he was pretty slow in that opening stint. I believe that staying out those extra couple laps on the softs has really cost him here. Down at 6th place, very far behind Warden, a driver who he was ahead of momentarily, I believe, in the first stint. Dralix also is behind him. They have both cleared Jared by a long shot. Looks like he may not finish on the podium here tonight if things go the way they are looking.
Yeah, for sure. And Danny, a developing story here tonight. Alan Hugo is losing a lot of time to NzL Ryan. NzL Ryan is not even pushing. So
well, that would make sense. He has done a significant more laps on those mediums than Ryan has. Ryan is pretty unstoppable if you ask me. But once again, the question is, can Ryan make it to the end? I guess it's doable. I mean,
it is possible.
Anything's possible.
Anything is
it going to work? I just don't know.
Yeah, I mean, NzL Ryan has cut into that lead of Alan Hugo. It was 2 laps ago. It was 4/10, and now it's 4 seconds, and now it is under 2 seconds. So he is closing, but I just don't see it, Danny. I don't understand what these drivers are doing. I would throw on the hard compound tires and run as hard as I can after the stint on the softs. Yeah,
I mean, once again, I would be amazed, and what is actually, I'd be learning something if they really do make it all the way to the end on these videos, because once again, haven't really been in the league racing sphere for a while. Oh man, as Ward moves the back end there on the corner where everyone does the usual cheating. But man, I mean, I'd be learning something because I don't tend to race these races very often anymore. But yeah, I mean, I guess this really is a strategy you could pull off if they are able to do it. But once again, that's what was very surprised. I believe you would be as well. But once again, I still would be focusing there on Hugo. I'm still very excited to see where he can finish.
Excuse me, Master Berserk is trying to make a move.
For God's sake, just stop adding that extra syllable.
I know, it rolls off the tongue just a little bit better. It sounds cooler too.
It honestly doesn't, but yes,
it does. It really
has fallen another spot into Boss Cookie. Boss Cookie, once again, looks like he has fallen off of Jared here a little bit. He was overtaken a lap or two ago. It is now 1.2 seconds between the two.
Daddy Hooplicious is all over the back of his teammate. He does not have that DRS,
so if they do pit again, Boss Cookie's going to want to pull a little undercut to try and get back up or around Jared.
Yeah, Danny, I'm watching Hooplicious as of now. He's closing in on his teammate, but then his teammate just gets a better exit out of a couple corners in Sector 3 and just pulls away that little bit. A funny story about Hooplicious. He was actually at the United States Grand Prix, and I had raced with him in the esports competition there. I actually raced with him in the esports competition, so we had met each other, but I didn't realize who he was. So that is my funny story about Hooplicious. But as he continues, he is in 9th, right behind his teammate.
Yeah, well, I was about to say, B-Dunk has really not had the race I anticipated for him. Yes, he will be provisionally 6th once Hugo and Berserk pit, but he is still not quite up as far as I would have expected.
Ryan,
he's very fast to qualify. Oh, yes, he is. Well, I mean, we didn't really see that as too much of a shock, if you ask me. He was coming quick. Much fresher tires and debatably a better driver. So Ryan has gotten around Hugo right there, up 7/10 ahead already after just a couple corners. And yes, as you said it, Hugo is struggling on those tires. And I mean, that could be something to come for these guys on these mediums, because in 6 laps, Ryan will have the same age of tires as Hugo has right now. So see what these guys are going to be dealing with here in a minute.
Yeah,
let's see if
definitely.
Hugo pits. And no, he stays out another lap. Yeah, I think he mentioned it a while ago about putting on softs late in the race. Hugo might be trying to bring these as far as he can to put on those red wall tires.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't know.
I wouldn't do it.
I mean, that's going to be very, very difficult to go 10 laps on those. I mean, Ginger Horizon
he's already done more than half the race. He's already done, he's done already more than half the race on those mediums. Yeah, I mean, I guess they really are just that good, because, 17 laps of a 28-lapper, you would expect these guys to come pit again soon. But
and NzL Ryan with a 3-second time penalty, so your leader does have a time penalty.
Yes, he does. Ryan doesn't tend to pick up many, but when he does, it's only usually that 3 seconds, so... I mean, he's got a big enough gap over Dralix right now. That is not a worry. Dralix may also have a penalty of his own, so we'll see how that all plays out when they cross the line in 11 laps time. And we have a yellow flag, Sector 3. What's that all about? Oh, it's Taylor Clan again.
It is Taylor Clan.
I think that's the third one for him, yeah.
He has had a terrible race here tonight. I think he might call it quits. No, he's staying out there, so good sportsmanship.
Heart of a champion.
Yeah, heart of a champion. We love to see that. But Warden is all over Dralix.
Sparky was further up the grid, and Taylor Clan is still chugging along right here. So I give him respect for that.
Yeah, definitely. I'm watching a developing battle again here in 3rd and 4th between Warden and Dralix. Dralix has stayed in front of Warden this whole entire time, which is quite surprising, because Warden does have that DRS.
Yeah, I think part of that is really just the... Yes, he does, but I was going to say, I think Dralix is the quicker of these two right now, but simply due to that slipstream as well as the DRS, Warden's just really not letting Dralix get away right here, even though he is the quicker driver, at least if you ask me.
Danny, Hugo is sticking quite well with NzL Ryan on those old medium tires. I mean, He's staying
It
within.
might be at that point where those tires, where it's only 6 laps apart, it's not the end of the world, where they might actually be balancing out and getting a little similar right here. Similar phase of age, so it's like, yeah, he has lost actually a good 3/10 there in Sector 1, but still, he has been holding on better than I would have thought he could.
Yeah, for sure. But B-Dunk looks to make a move on Boss Cookie here. As Boss Cookie swerves a little bit down the back straightaway. I think he's going to be a little bit too far back with the DRS because he is in 0 ERS, but he is getting closer there.
Yeah, I mean, B-Dunk, once again, he's got to get around some of these guys if he wants to fight up to where I believe he started. He's a little bit further up the grid, and he was very fast with qualifying. Still very much of a shock to see him down this far.
He really got screwed over in that first couple the first pit stop. I mean, the two McLarens got by him and his teammates, and ERS Ham Newton, I'm pretty sure. So, I mean,
what are the chances that he was behind Ginger Horizon, by the way, when he stalled out on the grid at the start?
I don't remember. Oh, and Drowix goes a little bit deep for a better exit on Warden, but those two are getting quite close to each other, Danny.
Oh, and Master Berserk, the first of the medium runners, to pit. Let's see what he puts on right here. I'd imagine it's going to be soft, and yes, it is. He's putting on those red wall tires, so it looks like he is going to be able to go to the end on the soft compound. As for these leaders, I still don't think we should count out the possibility of them coming in and putting on another set of those softs.
Yeah, I just feel like those tires are going to degrade so quickly, Danny, that the pace is going to be
the
nowhere.
ability to look at those percentages.
Yeah, I mean, the pace is, the percentage is sponsored by AWS here. But yeah, I just feel as the lap times are really gonna just falter,
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. Oh, it looks like something's going on between Boss Cookie and B-Dunk. Yes, it has. Looks like they actually were side by side at turn 11. The Boss Cookie comes back on B-Dunk, and he is ahead at the moment. But B-Dunk very close to getting that move done. Sparky has left the section, so I guess he retired and was watching that whole time. And now he's quitter. But anyways, his teammate Boss Cookie is on the defensive for B-Dunk, as well as Hoopalicious behind. Hoopalicious not showing the pace that I also would have expected out of him, but these two
and Alan Hugo is finally
are
in the
tracking
pits.
down Boss Cookie.
Yes,
you said it. Here is Alan Hugo on softs. Yeah. So it looks like he's going to have softs with 8 laps to go right here. A lot of the drivers pitted on lap 6, but you got to remember they did do a lap in qualifying, so
yeah,
I'd say 7 to 8 laps is a good window for those softs. So let's see.
Yeah, he's gonna start his journey up into the field in 9th position, right in front of Mex Stalo. So he's got some track ahead of him to ERS Ham Newton to go out there and get him. But the developing battle right now is between 4th, 6th,
it's the Alphas.
5, 6,
and
7.
These guys are all over Boss Cookie. Hoop actually loses a little bit of time there coming out of Sector 1. But B-Dunk has not lost any time at all. Out of turn 10 they come, and DRS will be open for his Alfa Romeo. Boss Cookie does appear to be very slippery down those straightaways, though. Here they are going down the main straight. B-Dunk sweeps out to the right side. They are side by side coming into turn 11. Boss Cookie deep on the brakes, forces B-Dunk way off the track. I think that was a little uncalled for and a bit unnecessary. But here they are, still side by side. B-Dunk rejoins the track in a safe manner. Turns to the inside for Boss Cookie. A little bit of contact, but B-Dunk should have... No, I was going to say he should have had the better rotation, but he actually runs... That better get appealed. That better get appealed. He got a 3-second time penalty for getting shoved off the track. That was not fair.
But he let his teammate go, so now Hoopalicious is in the hot seat to go after Boss Cookie. Earlier I was watching ERS Ham Newton just getting all out of sorts as he came out of the corner where
we've seen Hoop make the move at turn 1 already here tonight. Will he do it right now? No, he doesn't. Came in there with a lot of momentum, but he decided to think better of it and tuck in behind that McLaren of Boss Cookie. He's going to wait for another chance right here, a better chance. I believe that chance will come out of turn 10 because I think this is as close as I think one of them has gotten to him. 3/10 falling through the first sector. Very hard to follow through this first sector. So let's see what Hoopalicious can do. John, where do you think he's going to get this move done, if done at all?
Definitely down the straightaway. It just depends on how much of a block Boss Cookie really throws. I mean,
yeah, because I mean,
he's been very aggressive.
A bit aggressive, yeah. But here they are on to the back straightaway once again. This time it's Hoopalicious making the move on Boss Cookie. Goes to the right side. They are side by side for 5th. Hard on the brakes they come into turn 11. Boss Cookie deeper again, locks him up on the left front. And it looks like he will actually, that was actually a clean defensive maneuver right there.
It was.
I would say, for Boss Cookie. So
I'm just surprised he's still in the race.
I mean, there are still 7 to go, 6 to go. We cross the line right here. Or actually, I think Ryan yes, here he is, crossing the line right now. It is 6 laps to go now. I mean, it's not over. Something could happen for Boss Cookie for all we know, but let's keep our fingers crossed here for him, because it's not often we see him running up here at the big guns, and it looks like he is getting it done here tonight.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this battle is a pretty good battle, but Alan Hugo does go quickest.
Hoopalicious is very close coming up to turn 1. Boss Cookie goes defensive. Here comes Hooper on the outside, and no, Boss Cookie actually got a very good rotation on the inside right there. Got the power down very well, even though he did not have the radius that Hoopalicious had around the outside. Boss Cookie very slow, though, here through the first sector. I would imagine he's saving up that battery because he's just using all of it down those straightaways.
Danny, look who's coming in the background. Mr. Alan Hugo.
Oh, it's Alan Hugo. He is flying right now.
He is quick.
Let's actually ride on board with him right here. He has a great view of the battle on the head. B-Dunk very close to Hoopalicious. Hoopalicious goes for a late apex. Gonna get a good run on Boss Cookie. I think this is the best opportunity one of these two opposites had of them all. Here comes Hoopalicious to the right side as Alan Hugo lurks in the background side by side for 5th. Hoopalicious cuts over to take the inside. He is clear of Boss Cookie into turn 11. Boss Cookie with a switchback, though, not able to pull it off. He goes to the inside. Boss Cookie with a dive bomb. A little bit of a check. I think that was a bit of a fair move from him. Not too late of a dive bomb to be egregious, and he is back up in a 5th place. How about that from Boss Cookie? And behind them, look at Alan Hugo. Alan Hugo's going down the outside on B-Dunk. Here he is. Oh, B-Dunk's not going to give him the space. Yes, he does, though. And yes, there is Alan Hugo promoted up into 7th place. That was a scary maneuver because it is very tough to hold around the outside of that very sweeping high-speed corner. Actually, look at this. I think Hugo's going to have Hoop right here before Hoop has Cookie. Cookie goes to the inside. Look at Hoopalicious. Oh, my goodness. He sends it. But he will not get the exit he needs. He's going to lose a spot as Boss Cookie and Hugo both undercut him. That was crazy. I don't think I've seen a dive bomb like that all season long.
Oh, my God.
Oh, might have lost John right there, but here we are coming through Sector 1. I don't think this is going to work out for Boss Cookie here. Hugo is flying, and yes, he's going to have him here pretty shortly. Oh, man, looks to the inside through the kink right there, the Vettel chassis kink, what I'm talking about. But anyways, here they are coming through turn 10. What's it going to be for Boss Cookie right here? Looks like a good what a move. Here he is, a good run for Boss Cookie out of the corner, but the DRS is going to be too hard to overcome. Here comes Hugo, and yes, he is clear. Behind him, here comes Hoopalicious again with a run on Boss Cookie. Boss Cookie protects the inside. He holds on to that position for now. John, we have some good solid action here with 5 to go.
This really is some good solid action. Hoopalicious gets a little loose. Boss Cookie stays ahead.
Oh, behind them, look at Ham Newton.
Here comes Ham Newton on B-Dunk.
He was nowhere near these guys a lap ago. Now he's 2/10 back on B-Dunk.
I mean, they are really fighting it out right now, and Boss Cookie goes a little bit wide, but still in 6th in front of Hoopalicious. But Alan Hugo, time for him to check out a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, Alan Hugo, his next sight is DRC Jared. He is, 6.3 seconds back. I don't know if he's going to be able to catch him, but those softs are very fast, as we have seen. He's catching these drivers like they're nothing, so he might actually get up.
Go ahead.
No, that was all.
No, after you.
I wasn't saying anything. I literally finished my sentence.
Oh, really? No, but I'm interested to see on if Hooplicious makes that massive lunge again up into one on Boss Cookie.
I would love to see that one again.
I really would. That was quite funny. If he pulled that off.
Well, here he is coming through the kink, approaching turn 10 right here. He is right behind Boss Cookie as he has been lap after lap.
And Danny,
looks like he's closer than he's been before, but look at Boss Cookie. He gets a good launch out of turn 10 right there. It's going to be hard for Hooplicious to get the move done from here, I believe. He is going to tuck in that slipstream, though. Going to look to the right side. Yes, he does. Hooplicious hard on the brakes. Boss Cookie is protecting that inside. Hooplicious gets the better exit, but once again, Boss Cookie doing a good job defending. Looks like he turns in a bit early right there, but looks like he will hold on to the spot for now. It is 4 to go at the line right here for these drivers. Will be 3 to go next time around. John, wild prediction. Who do you think is going to finish in 6th place?
I got to go Boss Cookie. He's defended that position quite well. I mean, some sketchy defense from him, but
some of it, but the rest of it I think has been pretty fair.
Yeah, pretty fair out of him. So I want Boss Cookie to finish in 6th, but
oh no! Did Ham Newton just die? Yes, he has. He lost it big time. I saw the end of it right there. Coming out of the final corner, he has eaten the wall on the inside. That is not good for him. He was in for some points right there, running in 9th place. Now Mex Stalo is certainly going to catch him, and depending on how much wing damage he has, he may even have to pit. Got to look back up for the battle for 6th, though. Just factor out Ham Newton. It is now only a 3-car race.
Yes, it is. It is only a 3-car race, but I know where there's only a 1-car race. It's out front. NzL Ryan has now opened up a gap 5.2 seconds over VSR Dralix and really has checked out.
Dralix did not have the pace I hoped he had. And by the way, it looks like those mediums really are as crazy turbo as we were told. And it looks like they are going to go all the way to the end on those. That's pretty crazy if you ask me.
Hooplicious is gaining on Boss Cookie
sometimes, but yes, here comes Hooplicious on Boss Cookie. Was about to say it. Nah, not even very close right there.
Oh, what a switchback.
Up in turn 11 every time. This is going to be a switchback for Hooplicious. Boss Cookie did this a lap ago. He does it again. Not a lap ago, maybe a couple, but he does it again. This is going to be the outside for him. Looks like he will go for a switchback on Hooplicious, who protects the inside. Yes, he does get the switchback. Who's going to go
around the outside
out of this corner in 6th place? It looks like Boss Cookie will lose it. So
no,
that staunch defense has lasted. Oh, yeah, I was going to say. That staunch defense lasted for several laps. It looks like he has finally lost 6th place. But it is not over, I don't think, because he is very close to Hooplicious.
And he's
going to run at him back. Yes, he does. Hooplicious looks left. But Boss Cookie goes even more to the left because he's going to possess himself on the inside coming into turn number 1. He squeezes Hoop out, a bit of contact, very forceful there. B-Dunk is now going to possibly capitalize on his teammate, but no, he does not. And Boss Cookie, that was one of those ones where I think they might look
into.
Boss
Cookie, both with time penalties, so that will promote Hooplicious up.
Well, do we know for a fact that Hooplicious has no penalties?
We'll find that out at the end of the race, but as of now,
suspense.
As
look at B-Dunk, by the way. I think Boss Cookie's going to finish in 6th solely because these alphas are about to start battling it out because B-Dunk is very close to Hooplicious, only 3/10 coming out of turn 10. DRS is open and he is in the slipstream. Does have DRS, does Hooplicious. Oh, geez, that was a bit of a weird swipe, but he did it nonetheless. But I was going to say, B-Dunk did have a good shot there at Hoop, and Hoop did have the DRS on Boss Cookie up ahead. So that really stalled out the chance of B-Dunk getting around his teammate. But we got to look ahead for a brief moment. White flag is in the air for NzL Ryan across the line to begin lap 28 out of 28. It's been a just crest of the field today. NzL Ryan, NzL Ryan, man, he's been dynamic all season long. Looks like he's going to get another one here tonight. VSR Dralix put up a good effort, but it looks like he is not going to be able to get it done here. And John, actually, I think this might even mathematically win the championship.
Yes, I think he will win the championship here tonight. If he can keep this for one final lap here, I'm pretty positive. But what a season!
Yeah, well, why don't we run on board with B-Dunk here for the final lap? He is right behind these two going at it for 6th, and I think he's going to have a front row view of some fireworks here if something happens.
Yeah, for sure. Lap 28 out of 28, though. New Zealand Ryan is your leader, followed by BSR Dralix in the Mercedes and Warden in the Williams.
Oh, Hoopalicious is the back end. I think that's going to do it. I think that's going to do it. Hoopalicious lost the back end big time. He goes for a late dive into turn 10, though, but because of that, he will get the worst exit than Boss Cookie.
No, he gets a
yes,
decent
he does.
exit.
But actually,
he's got a lot of DRS damage. He's got a lot of DRS
Yeah, here he
damage.
comes in the DRS. He's going to go to the right side, side by side, for 6th place. As we've said, lap after lap here, Hoopalicious not going to be able to hold on to it. Tries to switch back, but no. Boss Cookie with a solid release on exit. Hoopalicious goes wide, and B-Dunk might actually take a shot at his teammate right here. B-Dunk very close. Yes, it is. New Zealand Ryan wins it.
Finishes first. Wow, what a race.
Oh no! BSR Dralix wins by 4/10. By 4/10. But anyways, coming through the final corners, Boss Cookie will finish 6th place on track. And Jared will finish 3rd due to penalties for Warden. Who's going to finish 6th, though? Penalties are crazy. And yes, Hoopalicious will promote himself up in a 6th place. Next, Stalo up in a 7th place. How about that? My one to watch finished in 7th place.
Bird! What a race. Wow.
Yeah, so let's just get our math straight here, John. What is it? It was an 89-point gap between Ryan and Dralix coming into this race. And
I got my
handy
calculator.
Nah, he just gained 7, which brings it down to 82. We're going to have 3 races left, correct?
Yeah,
no, that's going to seal it then.
That is going to seal it.
Yeah, we've got 3 races left. That is going to seal it. He needed 77, no, what is it now? 78 points due to the fastest lap award for 1 point that Ryan could have if the other guy won every week. So that will seal it here. It is going to be the championship for New Zealand Ryan here in the United States. A good race for him all around. I honestly don't understand how he didn't win that race. I guess he had two penalties. I thought he only had the one. Dralix kept it clean, though, so got to give him the credit there to win it on cleanliness. And, John, why don't you run him down the finishing order?
Well, what a race, Danny. BSR Dralix actually wins this race. No time penalties. Great race out of him and his Mercedes. New Zealand Ryan, your championship winner here at the United States Grand Prix of the Breakout Racing League Tier 1 in his Renault, finishes in 2nd. DRC Jared in 3rd, and his teammate Warden 99 in the Williams for the first time is in 4th. Alan Hugo started 12th. He is the driver of the day. He gets 5th. Hoopalicious, Mech, Stalo, Boss Cookie, Meadfern, B-Dunk rounds out your top 10. Ginger Horizon, Master Berserk, ERS Ham Newton. Yeah, I can't remember. It's been a long day. But what a race, Danny, here at the United States Grand Prix.
Yeah, no, that was definitely a good contrast from what we had 2 weeks ago, and the field was pretty tight there in the midfield. Mainly, I would imagine, due to the 2-week break, we had a lot more time to prepare for these drivers. Now that the race is over, we will start the interviews, and yeah, we're going to get Dralix in here first. We got Ryan. Let's try and get Jared in here as well. There he is. Let's get Dralix to round it out. And here he is. So first we're going to talk to Dralix here, and just make sure you got that box checked for me.
Yep.
Well, it was a bit of a shocking win from our standpoint. Had no idea that Ryan had the penalties that he did. You are top the podium here tonight, so I mean it's got to feel good to win. But was it a shock to you that you won that race? Did you know about his penalties?
No, it wasn't a shock. I knew he had. I was checking throughout the race. I knew he had 3 seconds for most of the race, and then when he had 6, I started sweating to make sure I was within 6 seconds.
All right, well, after your finish here tonight, it is a victory, but Ryan has secured enough points to lock down the championship here. So right now, it looks like you're contending for that 2nd spot in the points. How's it feel to be running 2nd, though?
It feels good, considering I missed 3 races over the season.
Yeah.
I knew I was pretty much fighting for P2, but yeah, my goal is to stay top 3. That'd be good.
Yeah, well, next time out, we head down to Mexico, a little bit further south of Austin, Texas, where we were here tonight. A track that can be very, very exciting for overtaking, as is the United States. So, should we see much of the same? And is strategy going to be much of an issue there next time?
No, I don't think the strategy is going to be an issue. I'm just going to try not to get any penalties again. That seems to be working for me
Yeah,
this
of course.
season.
Yeah, I think you get the White Glove Award all season long. You've been one of the best at keeping it within the white lines.
Yeah, that's the one thing I like about my driving is, yeah, I might be a bit slower most of the time, but it's because I don't take those unnecessary risks trying to cut corners. I'm not saying they're trying to do it on purpose, but I mean, like, it's
They
easy
kinda
to
are.
cut the corners in the first sector. Well, I mean, yeah, but
Of
no.
course.
I don't think Ryan was purposely trying to cut corners.
Of course. Well, it all works out nicely. You finish atop the podium here tonight. It's another victory here this season for you. Good way to round out the last 4 races of the season with a win. So congratulations on that. Hope to see you back in here for an interview again next week at Mexico.
Thank you.
All right, so second place here tonight was NzL Ryan, but I think what's a bit more important is the fact that he has just clinched the championship here with 3 races still left in the circuit. You needed a gap of 78 points, and you've got a gap of 82, so how's it feel to seal the deal here with still 3 rounds left?
Yeah, pretty good. Guess, I don't know. After not last week, the last race, I kind of had it, I guess, but I guess as Jarlek said, he did miss races, so it would have been a bit closer if he didn't. But yeah, cool.
Yeah. All right, so were tires ever an issue here tonight? Because, not going to lie, John and I were very surprised by the durability of the mediums here tonight. You guys went very long. You did over 20 laps, in fact, on those tires. Did they ever struggle for grip, or were they solid the whole way through?
Last couple of laps they were a little bit average, but that was me pushing too hard, trying to get the gap because I bottled track limits. That was fine.
Of course.
The undercut's too OP around here to stay out too long.
Yeah, well, you have won the championship, so really we don't know what to expect out of you these last few weeks. You can do some last to first challenges, or you can just try to win the rest of them for sport. What do you think? What do you think you're gonna do these last few weeks?
I'll probably just keep going the way I'm going and have a bit of fun.
I like it.
Maybe go for a couple of moves I normally wouldn't. See what happens.
Of course, I got you. Well, once again, congrats on winning Season 4 of the Breakout Racing League Tier 1. Good to see you atop the driver's standings, and it was a very dynamic season from yourself, so good job on that, and we hope to see you do it again next season for sure. You're a hell of a driver to watch, and it's a lot of fun.
Well, cheers.
All right, well, third place to round out the podium here tonight was Jared. Jared did not appear to have the most outright pace here tonight, but he always seems to get it done and finish on the podium. Even
Without
though he claims
practice.
not practice. So, yeah. So, Jared, how do you keep doing this, man?
I actually did practice for this one.
This
Oh,
Yeah, but yeah, out behind Cookie and shit, and he decided we needed battle for no reason. But whatever, you do you, mate. But yeah, whatever.
All right, well, next time is Mexico, as we said earlier. That's a track where, downforce doesn't really come into play very much, and we should see some craziness over there. What can we expect out of your pace as well as the competition?
Yeah, I got no idea.
No idea.
I'm just trying to beat Dralix at this point, but yeah, I'm
Gotcha.
just a bit pissed off
Yeah,
I didn't
because you
beat him tonight.
mathematically can
'cause
still
I'm
catch
trying
him,
to-
yeah.
Yeah, it was only like 7. I don't know what the gap was coming into this race, but I was trying to beat him. But yeah, if you stay out longer than you need to, you end up just getting undercut by a lot of cars, which was what happened. But yeah, whatever. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, well, aside from Ryan, your teammate, taking home the Drivers' Championship, you guys have, I believe, have also really come close to locking out that Renault Constructors' Championship. You two have been a great duo all season long. How's it felt to just haul in points week after week and help your constructor rise through the standings?
Yeah, pretty good, I guess. Having someone like Rice consistent week in, week out. He's usually at the top of the podium. Kind of helps that bit.
Yeah, of course.
Good.
All right, well, it was good talking to you, as it always is. It's another podium here tonight for Jared. Congrats on that, and hope to see you back up here in the next few weeks.
Cheers.
All right, well, that is going to do it from Austin, Texas here at the Circuit of the Americas. John, I don't know about you, but I thoroughly enjoyed that one, even though I've been awake for God knows how long, only operating on 3 hours of sleep. So that was pretty solid.
Danny, that was me yesterday. I worked a massive shift and then had to get up at 6 a.m. and work another massive shift. I got no sleep. So, yeah, but I was just, again, quite shocked at how the post-race interviews have continued to go. You know, some very exciting stuff within them. You know,
I think that's the most energetic I've heard Jared, to be perfectly honest.
You know, this man is just that. You know, that man, NzL Ryan, has just won the championship of the Breakout Racing League, the best league in the world, and is not even happy about it. But that's besides the point. Fantastic race here tonight.
I'd say satisfied.
Stuff.
I'd say satisfied is his true emotion.
Satisfied. That's right. Great race tonight here at the United States Grand Prix. I'm looking forward to Mexico next week, and I hope all of you come back and join us. Yeah, we also from the Breakout Racing League, we hope you are safe with the pandemic still lingering around and any of the riots. Hopefully you're not involved in any of those. But back over to you, Danny.
Well, yeah, I think that's going to do it here tonight from us. I'm Daniel Stevens alongside Jonathan Webster. This has been Round 18, United States Grand Prix from Circuit of the Americas. We hope to see you in 1 week from the Mexico Grand Prix. That's going to be a good one as well. We'll see you there in Mexico City in 7 days' time. Once again, Daniel Stevens alongside John Webster. This has been the Breakout Racing League Tier 1. Have a good week, and we take care of you with coverage next week, as we always do, John.
Yeah, hey, it's awesome, right?
It's all, yeah. All right. Awesome. Well, that's going to do it here. Once again, thanks for tuning in. Have a good one.
Stay safe.